Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I was actually going to post this video the other day, but then I decided to scrap it all because tomorrow is my birthday. The time here in Australia right now is 9:49. So, we are doing a Warriors 2K26 simulation. As if we look at the roster here, our roster is all healthy and it looks really good. But then if you have a look at some of these other rosters, if you look at some of these other rosters, like Dame's out. A good example of this is the Celtics with Tatum gone for 6 to 8 months. We have Garland who's out for 2 to 4 weeks. You can have a look through all these. These are all injury accurate, like Kyrie being out for 4 to 6 months. No injuries for the Lakers, nor the Knicks or Magic. DeJounte Murray's out, Halliburton's out for the year. Then you got, yeah, I already said about Dame. And then you look down here at the bottom, you have Fred VanVleet. So yeah, I think, well, I've actually looked on ESPN to check about all the injuries, and I've got them all right. The other ones are just day to day, but we do not care about the day to day injuries. And why are they, for historic draft class, why is it a photo of Tatum getting lifted up? That just seems so wrong considering what happened to him. LeBron, no, he's not going on a retirement tour. Okay, so let's have a look at the roster here. Now, yesterday, the Warriors pulled off the free agent move to get Al Horford. This will be his last season. Kuminga, I don't know how I feel about Kuminga. We're going to move him to the... No, we're going to keep him at power forward, but I'm going to upgrade him by 2 because... and then he's fighting with Draymond for that starting spot. He'll come off the bench. You know, I feel like 11-man rotation wouldn't be too bad. So, but what I'm thinking is now hear me out. So we put Jackson, Will Richard, Tui, and then Rowe, and then Guy Santos. So what we'll do is we'll give less minutes to Pajemski, give about 20, swap him with Melton. You know, Pajemski can have like 19 minutes off the bench. We'll have Buddy come into that role. Have Buddy play the same amount as Melton, only playing 12 minutes. We'll push Melton's minutes up to 20, 21 minutes. Kuminga off the bench looks really good. Gary Payton, Moses Moody with 16, TJD with 10 minutes, and then we'll give 1 minute to Steph Curry. Feels like I got to give a little bit more, so we'll get GP2, 10, 13. I feel like Buddy can only play 18. And then we'll give the rest of those minutes, which is 8, to Seth. So now if you look at that lineup, you got Melton, Curry, Butler, Green, Horford, Kuminga, Pajemski, Hield, Payton, Moody, Jackson Davis, Curry. Now I like that roster. So let's see how we go against the Lakers in our first game. As we have Pajemski off the bench, which gives us more firepower here. As we will dominate the Lakers. Curry had 49. Melton looking good. I'm liking Melton's spot. Butler with a double-double. Buddy. Usual Buddy stat line. TJD, Curry, Moody, Green. I need Green to play a bit better for the amount of minutes. Like, my old forwards need to play really good this year for us to be in, yeah. Decline. Oh, first losses against the most unexpected team, the Blazers. How's our rotation looking? GP2's not on fire, so we'll give it 10 minutes, and then Curry's going to ice cold, so we'll take him out of the rotation. We have 9 minutes to give around these players. Melton deserves 3. 7 minutes we have left. Horford less. I'm going to thrive on the Pajemski minutes. We'll give 2 more, actually, and then TJD looks like he's playing really good, so... And 1 more to Moody. So, yeah. We are only the week in, but, you know, you've got to have your players fully locked in on what's happening. Okay, adjust this rotation. So Horford's gone, so that's 25 minutes that is able to be given up. And we'll immediately swap Post into the lineup and we'll put Horford at the end of the bench. Guy Santos might have to play minutes now that Horford's down at the bottom of the bench. So now we got to reconjust these minutes. So we'll keep Curry at that. Melton put him back to his 20. Butler can stay at his 30. Draymond, I think I'm going to bring you down to 25. Actually, I might put Draymond as the stretch big. Slam Kuminga into that 5. As Melton will play 20. And then we need Podziemski off the bench. Then Buddy. Then Moody. Then Post. GP2. And actually we'll go Jackson over Post. So we have 28 minutes to spread through here. We'll give Curry 15 minutes a game. And we'll give Post 13. So we're actually not looking too bad still even after that injury. Hopefully this brings us team... Okay, this should be the team we want to run for a little bit. We're not going to make any trades as we're second in the West. Now this is what we like to see. As NBA Cup games, I will simulate here. As it's saying give less minutes to some of these other players. We'll think about doing that. And this season, I'm only allowed to jump into 5 games if we really need it. So the Warriors get that win there. Now to edit some rotation minutes here. Melton might need to come out for pods. Anyone gone cold? Curry's on fire, so we'll push him up the rotation. I'm going to bring Post out of this rotation for a little bit here. Give Guy Santos some time to shine. We'll give Guy 10 minutes. We'll thrive on the Jackson Davis minutes. We'll push him up there. Take one off Moody. But other than that, I still got 2 minutes to give. I'll give those last 2 to Podziemski. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty thriving with this team. Butler's injured now. Okay, so maybe we're going to reconstruct these minutes. I know this is like, oh, why are you changing all the minutes, blah, blah, blah. You've got to think about it, like, playing this game should be strategical because you're trying to get the best record. Or play great as well. As they're going to give out, because there's 100 and... Well, let's just say there's a lot of minutes to go around here. So now we have 2 players locked out of the rotation on the rest spectrum. So Curry, we're going to bring Curry's minutes up to 30 a game. And I feel like we've got to put Kuminga in at the 3. This is like the greatest time to put Kuminga in at the 3 and give this guy a run for his money. I'm going to put Kuminga at 30 minutes per game. Now trust here. Actually, I'll go 29. And then Podziemski will come on the sideline and have 24 minutes. Now we're trusting the young guns heavily here. So put Draymond at the 23 spectrum. And then TJD, we're going to rely on him scoring, having 20 minutes a game. So now off the bench, what I want to kind of run is a Seth Curry led bench here. That has Curry, then Melton, then Hield. Giving them more significant minutes to run with here. Like having this dope bench here might actually help us. GP looks on fire, so we'll give Post some minutes, and we might as well just give the rest of the bench some minutes as well. I'll give Guy Santos the 10-minute thing. As I'm trusting Draymond a little bit more. Seth Curry I'm giving a little bit minutes, because these guys will need to thrive. So I'm giving at least 20 minutes to the first 8 key rotation players. So that should put us over the line for a little bit here. As I'm actually hoping Kuminga resigns. But while we're doing that, we might just get through the contract extensions. TJD will resign. So we're going to use that offer to resign TJD. And Guy Santos is not ready to sign. So we'll go to this NBA Cup date. We are undefeated in the NBA Cup. So I think, if I'm thinking correctly, even if we lose to Houston, we still should win this cup. We have a plus 50. So unless we lose by over 50 against Houston here. Ooh, nah. Okay, we lose to Houston, but we end up 3-1. Houston's 2-2. So we will win the NBA Cup now, I think. But what I do want to have a look at, which could be a little bit concerning, is the Kuminga off season. We're going to see what Kuminga is eligible to get us here. As just saying, we have to explore options. Kuminga isn't going to be able to stay on this team for long. We could get De'Aaron Fox, but we're not going to do that because we're keeping at least the first year realistic. Yves Messi would be a good pickup, but this trade I'm actually excited with. What if we just went 1-for-1? 11 more than we needed. If you could go Peyton. It's really only Moody with the big contract here. I would need Bruce Brown. I'll give you a first round pick. That could change the trajectory of this Warrior season. But the one thing I'm not fully stoked on is the ages, so we're not going to do that trade. It had me hooked until I looked at these two players are 20. You're giving up two 23-year-olds for basically two 30-year-olds. Oh, hang on. We are saying hello. What's good, Utah? And we'll try to throw in a second. We're not giving you a lottery. Okay, no. But Utah want to give us the best offer. We got to go with Utah's offer, Unless I see something that impresses the heck out of me. We're going with this. Wait, hang on. Let me go. Let me put up the trade difficulty. This just seems too easy. Trades. Trade approval. Trade frequency. Trade override. Previous. I need to have a look. Wait. Outside rebounding. Trades. Where's the Where's the difficulty of trade? We're gonna load some trade settings here. Realistic. My NBA Pop Boy 2K26. Kobe era. Nah. Realistic. Best for trades. No, I need hard trade. No, but we're just gonna see. Why are the trades the trade just looks so easy? If it's just me. Trade difficulty. Is there a trade difficulty? Frequency, trade approval. Choose a sample player to see if its franchise trade values are reflected. Value weighting team, player trade value, player discounts. Well, I guess so. I'm just gonna put Kuminga down back to his actual rating, because I'll see it. Because if we're going through this trade offers idea, I've got to be realistic, and I feel like Walker Kessler wouldn't be given up that easy. But if he's still on the board with Kuminga being at a 79, then I'll take it. Nah, I'm not getting Kevin Love in a pick. Bro, I'm not giving up a pick for Walker Kessler. So I guess Kuminga will probably stay on the roster unless we can the goal could be to get a decent player, as I don't mind that trade, so I'll do that. I'll get Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis is defensively minded player as another 60 days. So I'll get rid of Kaminga. But now our forward system might be needing to have a good look at as Guy Santos has gone cold. This could be a big stretch in the year. As we don't look too bad as we win in the NBA Cup. A big game against the Thunder. We're in the Cup final. Okay. Let's not freak out about this. We're probably going to win that anyway, so. And we lose. Okay. We lost by 5. That's not a good thing. Not a good look. But hey, it's 2026. Butler's for another 2 to 3 weeks, but Horford's back in the lineup. So we'll have a look at this. As I don't know how I feel about playing Curry minutes with an injury like that. Quinn and Post, you're back in the lineup, but you know what I'm thinking? Thinking this team would be really good, but Horford, if it's your last year, we don't win a chip, this could be very hard for me. Or I could do the season and bring you back for one more. I'm just trying to find that deadline date so I can make some trades. As we're 25-5, and well, now we're 6. We're first in the West. That's what good team management does. So we're first in the West on January 11th. 14 days until we can trade Keon Ellis. We're not trading to the Kings for Devin Carter. No. We still have a chance. No, we don't. We won't have the best record in history. Draymond's trade value is peak right now. As you're not going to accept money trades. I'm going to sign contract extensions. Draymond Green will re-sign for those 2 years guaranteed. Keon Ellis. He looks like he's going to be a big part of my future. He's 26, so he's still in the... We'll get Guy Santos for another 4 years. As you want to sign Will Richard. Back on a good contract here. You want to sign these last couple players. You want to get rid of Drew Eubanks. First round pick and you'd get... Atlanta's willing to give up a first round pick for him. So, now Dante. Cam Spencer now. I'm okay with trading. So then we release Cam Spencer to free agency. So Alex Tui will now need to have to fly in free agency. You don't want to make... It's the February 5th trade deadline. You could make a trade to push you from that title championship hopes. You don't want to really get rid of anyone unless there's someone on your mind. Which Guy Santos could be on that mind there. In terms of wanting to win. Guy Santos is okay, but you want to see if there's anyone else on the market that can be that anchor for you. As maybe that Thunder's top 10 protected pick. As you're just going to run this roster for the end of the season. Rest of the season coming up here. As you'll simulate the end of this year. Your tanking record has come down to a little bit. You now have 16 losses. You only had a couple ages ago. So not as many wins now. But you probably still will make a 60 win team mark. And Jimmy Butler's hurt again. He's been out for most of the season. And he's going to call it a career. So now this could be a big risk here. The Warriors start to lose a little bit more. You have 4 games to get to the 60 win mark. You make the 60 win mark, as here are your awards if anyone's interested. You're the 3rd seed as a 60 win team. So how's the roster looking for the playoffs? It's a Steph. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me, bro. All of our best guards are out for the playoffs. Curry's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Nah, this is actually gonna get really annoying. All the injuries have just hit on us. Denver should take the series easily. No way we can pull through. Okay. We pulled through with Curry being out for another 2 to 4 weeks. As the roster is still looking intact, even without their golden boy Steph Curry. Versus Phoenix in the second round. This might be the easiest playoff path to a conference finals. As, oh my gosh. Bro, Jimmy's gone. Of course, as soon as Curry's just about to come back, Jimmy Butler gets injured. Doesn't look like Jimmy Butler will come back at all, so the Suns could just win this series. You know what? I swear if I see about, like, okay, 2 injuries to your best 2 players. Of course, you're trying to force a Game 7. And hopefully the likes of players like that will show up for the Game 7. Instead of being on the injury-prone list. You will get a Game 7 to go versus Dallas. Can Curry get back in time? Curry's still on that. He's been out this whole playoff run. 1 to 2 weeks now. As the Warriors make the conference finals. Dallas should easily beat us here. Is Curry ever going to come back? Oh my god. Bro, what's with us in our injuries, huh? Can someone please explain? I get our team's old, but it's a day-to-day injury for Steph Curry, so that could be critical. If we can get a 1 win against the Mavs, sneakily putting ourselves in the finals contention. But the Mavs just put us to bed. But remember, I get to play in the last, I can play in 5 games if I really need to. Bro, these playoffs are just looking so horrendous without Curry. It's a day-to-day injury. Without Curry, this should be like the hardest game to win. Oh, bro, I'm trying to save these games to the ones that I really need to play in. As somehow we still continue to compete as Curry's finally back in the lineup here. As unless Butler can quickly recover. As what's the injury status for Jimmy? So how many days is he out for? He's out for 2 weeks. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. Curry's back in the lineup here. Taking on Dallas. This could be a nice win for the Warriors. And it will be. We'll head to a game 5, which could decide this series as a whole. Okay, now at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to jump in, try to make the comeback here. Yo, let's get it.
Hield fires from way outside. No good on the quick three.
I just realized our sizing here against the Mavs is horrible. And it's 70 to 107 as Draymond's just been fouled out in game 5.
If he hadn't fouled out, they may have.
You know what? I'm actually not even going to waste it on this game. This game's over. It looks like the Warriors will have to fight in a do or die game 6. As Butler's come back into the lineup. Hopefully that can bring the spark for Golden State. As can it, if it does. Crucial. Absolutely crucial spark for Golden State. It looks like they'll take it down. And we will head to a game 7. The Golden State Warriors somehow find a way to do it. I really don't understand how they do it. And they're about to beat the Mavericks. Oh my goodness. Bro, Curry's the conference finals MVP. I didn't even read who that was. If the Warriors sweep the Cavs, I swear. 2-1. And they just win the championship. I'm not giving Jimmy Butler the finals MVP. I'm sorry, guys. You can hate me all you want. Bro, it goes to Curry. 16 points in the finals. And he only played 3 games. So yeah, that's going to Steph. I'm sorry. 16 points in the finals might be a bit bad, but like, as Curry's still injured day to day, yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh my goodness, I just skipped probably the most important part as Jimmy, and I bet you Draymond's going. Seth Curry's actually sorry. Dre's not gone yet. Okay. So I kind of just wasted something that could have been. Oh, here goes the highest score plus 24 points wins. Okay, yeah, I don't mind that. Draft lottery. Are we even in this? Yeah, we have no chance at a pick here. We get the 27th pick. Yeah, it doesn't look like our draft workout doesn't look too bad, but yeah, the Hornets are now on the clock, and they pick Peterson. We have a pick here. Can we trade the pick? Surely, like someone wants it. I'm not giving the Lakers multiple picks. Go to the Pistons and say, hey, we want Karis LeVert. Or we can go and knock up some of these teams and say, hey, we want some picks. We want some players, sorry. This thing by the Bulls offer, I actually don't mind, but I'm giving up Melton for that. As I know Melton looks good and all, but can we pull Melton back though? I'll gladly trade Jones for another 60 days. Damn. We have no rookies that we signed. Pajemski is back. Qualifying offers. We'll extend all their qualifying offers, as I think we can. Yeah, we have the league minimum. Oh gosh, this will be a fun year. We got Steph, Dre, Pods, Moody, Buddy. Yeah, this team. Definition of mid. We'll go try to get a free agent that can be pivotal with Steph Curry. This is really hard to do though in terms of finding a player that you can just put alongside Steph and thrive. As I'll try the Isaiah Hartenstein route. He might want to come to a championship team, and I'll also try the path there, and maybe even Austin Reeves would like to sign. Austin Reeves has decided to sign with the LA Lakers. Hartenstein, if we give him a less year contract, will he accept it? Anthony Simons agreed to a deal. So what is our roster looking at like right now? Moody, Putty, Payton. As none of these offers have been official. So we'll try to go slam into Colin Sexton there, but we kind of really need just like bigs who can do everything in the paint, which, you know, maybe not attacking Tyrese and with money would be nice. But if we even go like for a guy like Jay Huff, 7'1". Okay, so we have a couple free agents that have come onto our team. Not too many good ones, not too many bad ones. Smith, Huff. So we currently only have a couple players on our roster. And if we're trying to re-sign players from last season, Jordan Clarkson, Malik Beasley for a 3-year deal. We are going to find all the shooters here. Here at the Dub Nation, we want all the shooters we can get here. Kelly Olynyk, okay. We want Will Richard. So now we need to go find our rooks and go bring him back. We're looking for Richard first. We'll bring back... Oh, is he on our roster? Has he already retired? No way. Oh no, he wouldn't have retired because he would have... Alex Tui. Is Alex Tui in our roster? Like, I don't see him on our roster. It's like renouncing rightsmen. What? We're going to go see if we can find the roster spot for Jones. As I hate that trading restriction. So we're going to get rid of that. Recently signed restriction off. No, it's the recently traded, sorry. Both of those we can turn off though. So now I need to go get back Melton. Melton for Jones, unless I can find someone better here. As I'll give them back to the Bulls. As you know, you love to see some good things. As I'll give Jalen Smith back if someone can give me a good pick. So you know we're looking for a trade for Melton to bring him back here. As I really like Melton on our roster. And bringing him back shouldn't be that hard. Maybe it is. Negotiation stakes are really high. We'll give you... We can't give you something that's valuable to us. We'll give you the straight up deal. No. I'm not giving you Clarkson. What if I gave you a second round pick? Can we go hunt for a second? You know what? We're gonna go get some players here, and then we're gonna go hunt for a second round pick. So we'll go Malcolm Brogdon 2-year deal. DeAndre Ayton, we don't have enough. Mitchell Robinson, 7 million. PJ Tucker. We're just attempting to bring all the players in. Campaign. So now we have a couple players on our roster that I don't mind. As I feel like Duncan Robertson would be the player we'd go try to get. Robertson for Melton seems highly... It's an acceptable trade. I don't know why they won't accept. Like, is there anyone else I can give you? Like, I'll gladly give you PJ as long as you give me a pick. You give me 2 seconds, I'll give you PJ. I just realized PJ Washington's a great trade asset there. Maybe Jay Huff will satisfies. We need someone at Jordan Clarkson's position that's a great high-rated player. Shooting guards, affordable. We'll go Chris Dunn on the minimum. Luke Kennard on the minimum. Bring in Bruce Brown. As I just realized, Jonathan Kuminga is our restricted free agent. He's a restricted free agent, so we really don't have enough cap space to go get Kuminga back. As we don't really have Kuminga's back at all. Like, I'm giving up Kuminga every day of the week. I'm sorry, I like Kuminga as a player, but just like some of the stuff that happens recently, I haven't fully been intact with the way I like what Kuminga's done. As finally the Bulls agree to give us back my Melton boy. Just realized we don't really have a really great center, so we might have to go out and find one. Post could be the... I need to find Quinton. Post. None of my players really from last season have come back. That's a little bit concerning. We're looking to bring back some of these guys. Quinton Post. What do you mean edit Quinton Post? He's not even on a team. Contract extensions. Maybe we look at the centers. Look at the centers available. Either the power forwards available. Yeah, there's just no... Oh, there's Quinton Post. We're trying to negotiate an offer here to bring Post back on the contract. Small forwards available. I feel like you'd call Tui a power forward, so trying to get back Tui. You want to go power forwards, and you look down the middle for Tui. We're looking for like a 67 overall Alex Tui. I would call Tui a Well, if you're calling Tui a small forward, that's okay. I'll just keep looking for him. Alex Duke is there as well. Baker, Garcia, Kevon Harris, Sam Jones, DeWalt Paladin. There's Alex. He's not interested in negotiating. So we really ruined... If we can bring back Will Richard, that'd be nice. Will Richard was a big part of how I felt about the team. Oh, actually, Will Richard might be on the shooting guard list, as I'm interested in bringing him here for a long time. Will Richard signed for the 4 years, 10 minutes. Oh, Quinton Post. Minimum. We're trying to get Post back. Is he okay with accepting a minimum? Okay. So now, we have a look at this roster. How does it fit? How does it work? Who are we looking at here? Looking at a Simon shooting guard. Yeah, we need to get rid of PJ, I think. PJ can come in kinda as the replacement for Jimmy Butler, but you know, we gotta find the best replacement for Jimmy. Jimmy's not just a player. You need to go find a player that is on Jimmy Butler's level. Jaime Jaquez. They give you a second round pick as well, so you get rid of him. Jordan Clarkson's age is also kind of a problem for you. Yang Hansen could be the future of your team. Yang Hansen's your one option you're looking at here. You're going to go through the draft spectrum of Yang Hansen, bring him onto your team. You know, and I kind of like the Keon Ellis off the bench role. I feel like we got to move on for Buddy though. Unless Buddy, yeah, I'm gonna think about that. Unless Buddy downgrades heavily. We need a good center though. We have all the guards in the world. Smith isn't good enough, so we'll go find a stretch big. We'll go Bruce Brown as well. Actually, no, we'll go Luke Kennard in the deal. And then we'll go Duncan Robinson to go find ourselves a player of the great center caliber. In terms of defense, I'm going to go get the Thunder's Alex Caruso. But then we're going to ship Caruso immediately to go find some more talent. So Malik Monk could be the way to go. Or I go through the Cam Johnson way. Or we bring back Jordan Poole. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with giving away Buddy for Jordan Poole. Yeah, we're going to go through that Caruso way. Yeah, we're going to go through that Jordan Poole way. And we have JP back on the team. JP3 is back. So now we look at this team and we say, hey, Melton, this team doesn't look too bad now. But there's one thing I do want to do, which is go through the J Huff. J Huff, I don't mind him, but he's not really the player I want to necessarily keep on this roster. As we got a Pistons lottery protected for a J Huff. Now that's something we want to get used to. And we'll get 2 Utah Jazz second round picks. And now we're loading up with the picks here. If we want, we can shape it up through the draft. Dante Exum, Matisse Thybulle. The centers actually I might want to pull in. I want to pull in Nick Richards. The centers I'll probably have to keep, so maybe, oh yeah, bring back Kavan. Sorry, how long is this video going for? 44 minutes, so you'll really see this is a very deep video. And we're only in the off season, so you know, and then the Brogdon deal, you just want to deal them out, you know, get something decent in return at least. Because this is Malcolm Brogdon's exploration. I'm liking Walter Clayton Jr. as a young prospect, as this is probably like the second last year of Curry, so we want to work through those Curry last year, as going for a first round pick isn't too bad as well. But the thing is that we have a bunch of great players. We just got to look for the right pieces around these great players now. And I can be the number one place of picks, so which can help me go get a player like Giannis. Maybe if I wait it out, I can pull up a Giannis in the next year's. Too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. So now we're gonna go attempt to trade for the big man upstairs, Giannis Antetokounmpo. As would this offer be insulting? Warriors would acquire 38 million more than allowed. In terms of going for Giannis, 23 million. That would do the trick. The top 5 protected. Would that be enough to get Giannis? Untouchable. Okay, Giannis is untouchable. What if I added another first round pick? A lottery protected. Who would be a player that we could go get that can give Steph a real number 2 option? I feel like Wemby could be a player we could go attempt to get, but who's a real number 2 option in the league? We could go get AD, but AD's a little bit old. We want a little bit of a more experienced player. Well, not experienced, but like top of the notch. Like a Towns type player who's really good. So LaMelo Ball is not on that level. None of these players are really on that top level. I would actually consider Tatum to be that player we could go and attempt to pull from the Celtics. Or we go for multiple number 2s. Like, J-Dub. I don't know. I don't know what to think here. Like, Booker is not worth the amount of picks I'm putting up there. Like, Booker. First, then Melton. 34 million more than allowed. Could that just do the deal for Book? I put in a first. I'll put in 2 first, and that's the farthest I'm going. I'll put the swap in worse with the Blazers. So, none of that's acceptable, but how the heck did the Lakers get Luka then? Okay. Can someone make logic make sense? Okay, so now we're looking at a good and this player's progression. Curry goes down, Draymond goes down heavily. So this has to be the year we win the championship, or we ain't looking too good. So I might end the video in about. I have currently 20 players on my roster, so this could be interesting. The process of elimination, as Walter Clayton Jr. I knew he'd be a great pickup. As I want to get rid of Trey Lyles. You can go out the window. We're looking at rising players. But we go to the Brooklyn Nets. Top 10 protected. It's absolute monstrosity here. As Lindy Waters, yeah, I don't mind him. I liked him last year, but I'm not giving up a lottery protected for Rocco. Elijah Martin, Marcus Sasso, Jose, Alvarado. Nothing that really grabs my attention. I guess we'll go to the Lachlan Ulbrich trade. Lockie Ulbrich, NBL superstar. Bruce Brown will also be a player I'm going to go move on from. As we'll go through Isaiah Crawford. And then it's just really the process of elimination. We could probably just get one more pick for Crawford. And then we'll be done this part of the simulation. If we can just go full on 2 second round picks, here we go. So we still have 3 more than the amount that we want or need. So we'll go 1, 2, Looney. I'm sorry, Looney. And 3 kinda has to be Post. It's really the process of elimination. But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. I'll think about this tomorrow. But yeah, see ya.